It turned off?
So it turned off and fell over. I don't know exactly what happened. But I sometimes use the big camera, but then it has difficulty sometimes connecting with the computer, so there's no good way to do it. Okay, so hand cue, we talked about that. Another one that we like to use is what we call language expansion. And you use it quite naturally and very well with her too. So she says something, and then you take what she says and you expand it.
Mm-hmm.
So she says, mommy juice, and you say, oh, I want juice. And you're giving her that example for her to be able to use. Okay. Which you do all the time. So another one is the visual auditory presentation, or what they call the auditory sandwich. You ever heard
I think
this?
I have heard that before. Yeah.
Okay. So if they're not understanding something, and sometimes they need the visual, whether you just sign the words, or I write it, or we show her, we want to make sure that the first time we present it auditorily. Then we give them the visual if they need it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we turn back around and make sure we present it auditorily again.
Okay.
So we said, let's, because she kept saying next, right? So then we said, let's, L-E-T-S.
Mm-hmm.
We say, let's.
Mm-hmm.
And then we turn around, we strip it back away and say,
Right.
let's turn the page. Okay? So we, uh-oh, what happened?
It fell.
It did fall. What happened to the crayons?
It moved.
They spilled all over the table.
It flew on the table.
All
Stop scratching.
over the table. You itchy today?
She got bit by mosquitoes.
I don't see any bites.
Yeah.
No? They're not too bad. Oh, I see a couple there. Did you get the cucamonga or whatever that
Oh my god, stop. Yeah, she has one right there.
We call it the cucamonga.
Isn't that what it's called?
Or the cowabunga.
Yeah,
No, it's
weird.
called... Ah, there it is. Those look like mean bites. My daughter gets covered too. Head to toe.
We got eaten alive. Me, her, and her sister.
Yikers. Where were you?
We were at my friend's house, but we were sitting outside, like, in the front
Sure.
porch, like, and it's at my friend's grandma's house, so she has, like, her whole garden, and we got eaten alive. And we were spraying ourselves constantly on nothing.
Yeah. They're horrible
Yeah.
around here.
They were huge.
Yeah. Well, because they're getting lots of good food.
Mm-hmm.
They're devouring us and growing in the process. Okay. So in that auditory sandwich, like I said, we say it, they don't know it, we show it.
Mm-hmm.
We can show it, sign, and then take that away and make sure she listens again. Because we want to make sure she's hearing that difference.
And
Yeah?
I need glue, please.
You need glue, please?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you want to glue?
More.
More what?
Cheese and
You need more cheese? Is that what you said? Cheese? Cheese.
cheese.
Not cheese. Cheese.
Cheese.
Oh, I need more cheese.
I need more cheese.
Okay, here you go. Here's your cheese.
And glue on we go glue on the back sheet.
That was a little bit confusing.
Glue on the back sheet.
Of the cheese.
The sheet.
I will glue on the back of the cheese.
On the back sheet.
See? Here, pencil will work. I will glue on the back of the cheese.
I will glue on the back
Of
of the sheet.
cheese, no, cheese.
Sheet.
I will glue on the back of the cheese.
I will glue on the back of the sheet.
Cheese.
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 I will glue on the back of the cheese.
I
will glue on the back of the cheese.
I will glue on the back of the sheet.
Good job. Let's try it one more time. I will glue on the back of the cheese.
I will glue on the back of the sheet.
Nice! That was awesome. That was a really long one.
I think I'm gonna have to like practice cheese with her for a long time.
So, well, you know what? We can work CHs. We also want to work on prepositional phrases.
Yeah!
So maybe that's some of the things we can start to incorporate into the next types of things.
Okay.
Okay, so.
And
Yeah?
I need glue.
Oh, yes, of course. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Another one of our techniques is what we call repetition and redundancy. We do things over and over till they hear it and we hear it,
Mm-hmm.
which is another thing that we do often and we do
Yeah.
quite a bit. So even right now we did. I will glue on the back and we keep working the same thing. And so just because we got it one time,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't stop there. We did it multiple times because we want to make sure it gets to be part of her repertoire. Okay? That's one messy glue stick. It's not as good as Christina's. At all. This is Target brand. I think she had a much better one. Alright. And then the last one I have on the list is what we call listen the first time. So when we say, I'm going to tell you a direction, but you need to listen the first time because I'm going to ask you back. That's when we can say, for example, what did I say?
Right.
But so we don't.
It's like I think she understands, but she doesn't know what it means.
That,
She doesn't get it at all. It's like, what did I say? And it's like, yeah, oh, the whatever. Like she says, yeah, just I think to like get you off her case. I don't know. She just doesn't.
Maybe so, but we can't leave her there just to be like, oh
Okay.
yeah, I heard you. We'll say, okay, so what did I say? Or follow out the command or do what it is. So we could, for example, say, okay, I'm going to ask you back, or you need to do something. So you can have a bunch of things on the table and say, give me the this and then do this.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll glue more later. How about we do some coloring? Because we're almost out of time. How about some coloring?
Chocolate. I need chocolate brown crayon.
You need a chocolate brown crayon?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find specifically a chocolate brown. Do you want...
Where are you gonna wipe
I was
it?
going to wipe it on the end of the garbage can. Let's see if I can find you a chocolate brown versus like café con leche. Let's see.
Brown.
You want dark chocolate or light chocolate? Do you want dark chocolate or light chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so we want to make sure, like I said, that we make sure that they're listening first. And that she's not waiting around to be like, oh yeah, if I didn't hear you, I know you're going to say it again. So when we ask a question, we stop and wait because she needs to understand that we're not just going to give it to her right off the bat. Okay. So do you have any questions about the things? You've probably done some of these things before. Well, several of you have, but just to know they had a specific name.
Right.
But then a few other things that you can try to use, even in your daily events, to try to make sure that we're giving her those right tools and the right types of things. I mean, I know that you've been in therapy for a while, but you're doing
But
with
still,
us.
oh yeah,
and
I mean,
it's
it's
good.
different exercises and different. It's just even being here. I'm like, okay, I'm noticing a lot of things that I wasn't doing. Maybe I'm not paying attention. And I'm like, okay, I need to focus more on certain things.
Well, you know, it's a new lifestyle that you have to think about. All the different types of activities. What kind of here? Oh, over here. Not on the.
Bianca.
Baby.
you know, that you have to think about and constantly, you know, you have to think like a therapist. And okay, what's going to get the right information here? And then you also have to remember that you're a mom, and so there's only so many things.
Before you lose it and you're like, ah.
I get it. Look, I completely get it. With my kids that I see here, it's a completely different story
Of
than when my
course,
daughter
of
doesn't want to
course.
put on her shoes.
Yeah.
And they're the same age. She's 6, right? Already 6?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're the same age.
And I'm just gonna leave that again.
What happened?
And leave it again. And then put it out.
There's some glue squished there. You know what? Next week, I bet you that glue will be in a better place for you to color. I promise you. Okay. All right. So, any questions?
No? No questions?
Comments? Was it helpful today? Okay. All right. I'll let you finish that up. I'm going to track down that book and see who borrowed it without asking. Which a lot of things